Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Voice of Fire Tarot. For today's reading I'm going to be exploring what is in store for you for the rest of this year 2022. So I will be asking Spirit really quite broadly about the rest of your year. So it could include things like people, relationships, beginnings, endings, finances, things like that. So as usual, there will be 4 groups to choose from. So if you select the first group, you will be picking this lovely clear quartz generator. If you select the second group, it will be this orange selenite candle holder. For the third group, it will be this lovely fire ice crystal generator, or quartz generator, I should say. And if you select the fourth group, it will be this lovely blue and green incense holder. Okay, so as usual, take your time, use your intuition, pause the video if necessary, and really try and tune in to which reading or readings, there could be more than one group, which one of them resonates with you. If you like this video or my content in general, please remember to like, please leave a comment. I welcome all comments in the feedback. Please also share, subscribe to my channel, all them usual things as well. Okay, so thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you at your reading. Goodbye. Hello, all of you in Group 1 who selected the clear quartz generator. If you remember, this reading is about what the rest of 2022 holds for you. So what sort of things are going to happen. Now, I am going to leave it quite broad. I'm going to leave it open to spirit. So it could throw up anything, basically. It could throw up things to do with finances, with career, with your relationships. It could be to do with things ending, things beginning as well. So literally anything could be presented to me on the table. All right. So I'm going to begin Group 1. So I'm going to ask Spirit, firstly, can you give me information about Group 1 and what is in store for them for the rest of 2022, please? What is in store for people in Group 1 for the rest of 2022, please? Right, so we have this one and that one. I have the Page of Wands on the bottom, so I'm feeling a lot of fiery kind of energy already. The first card we have is the Empress card. Then we have the Six of Cups, followed by the Magician. This is really powerful, Group 1. A lot of things are going to happen for you by the end of this year. I'm looking straight away at the numbers. We have the number 3, which is to do with creativity. We have the number 6, which is Cups. And we have the number 1, number 1 for the Magician. So for some of you, it might not be all of you, but a few of you in this reading, you might be expecting the birth of a child. That is what's coming through strongly. It might be a birth, it might be a new child, or a new child, a baby, or somebody that is being introduced to your family structure. Also, what it could be for some of you is some kind of venture into some kind of new business, something that's really earthy, something also to do with birthing creative ideas. And what I see here is that you are starting to put them into action, really using the power and focus of your mind, as we have with the Magician. He is to do with Mercury, and he is to do with directing all that creative, all that energy that's in the ether and bringing it down to earth. And he has all of the 4 elements of water with the cups. The pentacle is earth, the sword is air, and the wand is fire. He's using all of them elements and the power of his mind to bring it all down to earth into reality. Okay. And looking at this, I just get a feeling that it just feels like it's about time. I'm getting the sense of it's about time this is happening. It's been a long time coming. And for those of you, if this reading is not to do with the birth of a child, if it's something to do with a business or some sort of creative idea or creative project that you've got in your mind, you might have been ruminating over some ideas about it, how to really focus on it. I get a feeling that some of you might be, at the moment, up to this point, might have been quite unclear. All the ideas might have been quite fuzzy in your mind. You've got an idea of what you want to do, whatever business it is. But I feel that by the end of this year, you are really going to start to see in reality how to really focus. You're going to come up with some goals of how you're really going to put this onto earth in a tangible form. So it's not just ideas, it's not just a pie in the sky kind of thing. Now with this Six of Cups, I'm getting a feeling that this is something you've wanted for a very, very long time. So I'm getting a feeling that it's from your childhood, something that you've always wished for. But because of whatever reason, whatever things that have got in the way, the everyday realities of life, you've kind of cut yourself from this and it's left like a big gap in your heart. But it seems like you're coming to kind of a crossroads or a stage in your life where you're now ready. You've had enough really of going through life day to day, just surviving. You're feeling now it's time to get these ideas into reality. And I'm really getting a sense of things opening up to you. Your energies are really opening up and it's lovely. You've got the combination of this lovely Earth Empress energy. Remember, she's associated with Venus as well. So we have all this beauty, all this lovely scenery around her. And we have the Magician, which is totally, it's a very, very assertive magician. Well, it is a magician, but it's a very magical kind of energy. You're not just receiving these ideas, you are actually putting them out into reality. And you've got a really, really focused and determined way with doing it. Also, some of you, if you are in some kind of job where you're feeling a bit kind of in the background or kind of you've not been noticed, I'm getting a sense that some of you might have some sort of really surprising or well-deserved promotion. And I'm getting the sense of this with this leadership energy. I think you might be going higher up in terms of like a managerial status in some kind of company. As we see here with the Magician, we have the number 1, which is to do with the leader. That is the leader number. And the Magician is a leader himself. He's independent, but he's able to, but you would also be able to lead others. So for some of you, it's leading yourself in your own business, being completely independent, managing yourself, but it also could be managing people and those around you. And I feel that it's in a very loving way. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting a sense of nature and animals. It could be to do with animal welfare as well. That's what's coming through when I'm seeing all this scenery and all this lovely Empress Venus kind of energy coming through the Empress card. It's something to do with possibly caring as well, something like that, but caring for the environment. And you've seen a way to really focus it in, really hone that energy in. It's very, very positive, group 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit more information about what is coming for you for the rest of 2022. So Spirit, please can I have some more information just to hone in on what is actually going to happen for people in group 1 for the rest of 2022, please. Okay. Have the 4 of Cups, followed by the Death card, followed by the Page of Swords. I really feel, looking at this spread of cards, that only possibly 1 or 2 of you, this could be related to a birth of a child. I think strongly this is more to do with a kind of change in your energy or in a change in your status. So yes, within the workplace, you are getting kind of more independent. As I said, you could be self-employed. Things are starting to come ahead. You're really starting to come out of yourself as well. You are being seen as a leader. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm looking at this death card here, which is nothing to be feared, especially in this context. This is kind of the death of all this energy where you might have felt like the person, kind of like, I won't say the underdog, but kind of like, I get the sense that like nobody believed that you could do this. It's like you were the one maybe in the family or in the group of friends. They tried really hard, but there's like a vulnerability about you, and they just feel that, oh, this person, could, or you felt as well, this person, oh, they could never run their own business. But what I'm going to sense here, that there's a major transformation, and it's really, really going to surprise people and yourself as well. It's things that you never knew about yourself, or you did, you had it deep down inside. It's been going on a long time, but you're ending this cycle that we see with the Six of Cups. That's causing you continuous heartache. It's like you've been in the background and you've been wanting to come through, but something's been stopping you. And it could be basically, I'm getting a feeling of to do with self-esteem, something from childhood, something that you haven't been seeing, unaware really of the extent of your abilities, and that you are able to be a leader, and that you're meant to be a leader as well. Either a leader of yourself or a leader within a project you're doing, or within, say, a workplace that you are in. And this Four of Cups, I'm getting the sense that you are possibly, for some of you, that you're going to get some kind of opportunity, or whether it be a promotion, or it could be a sidestep thing in a company where it leads to a promotion. It's going to feel like it's out of the blue. And what Spirit is saying to me is that you really need to take notice of what is going on around you. As you see with this Four of Cups, he's not really looking up. He's sort of consumed with all the things that he hasn't got. He's sort of thinking, why haven't I got this yet? Why not at this stage of my life have I not achieved this? But what Spirit is saying is to look up. There are opportunities there for you. There are cups being offered. And this is where Spirit is really, really working hard for you. And that's what I'm really getting a sense from with this. They're really trying to bring through this Empress, this grounding, this earthly energy through for you. And this isn't just grounding. This is about total luxury, enjoying your surroundings, enjoying the earth plane. So it's a very, very abundant card as well, but not just financially, but also in terms of love, kind of being happy in your surroundings, happy where you are, them sorts of things. Okay, so that's going to come through strongly. And then, yes, you are going to get that really, really clear, that clear-minded direction of how to move on after this transformation that's happened. Wow. As you see with this Page of Swords as well, it's about clarity. It's like an aha moment. You say, yes, that's the way I'm going to do it now. I finally see this is the way I'm going to do this. And I have the confidence. I've been, telling myself all these years that I haven't got the confidence, but I actually have. And I've got a lot and lots of potential. And that is going to be dawning on you very, very soon. And possibly at least going into the beginning of next year, but most probably before the end of this year as well. Okay, and I feel like it's something that's you've been trying to do for such a long time now, but it's like you've built the momentum up. Things are working behind the scenes, but you probably can't see them. You're not aware of it, but things are working for you. Spirit is working hard for you behind the scenes. And then it's just a case of looking up, looking for them synchronicities, looking for them opportunities, because this is the time when you're really, really going to come into your own element, Group 1. This is a lovely, lovely. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a bit of advice from Spirit about this. So this advice can include things that you need to do, things that you need to be aware of, anything you can do that can kind of embrace this wonderful new change and make the most of it for the rest of 2022. So Spirit, this is what I'm going to ask. What advice do you have for people in Group 1 about this lovely change that they are undergoing for the rest of 2022? Wow, we have the Devil card, followed by the Ace of Wands, followed by the Queen of Swords. An interesting display of cards. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting a sense of guilt or something about, with this Devil card, some sort of guilt you have. It's like you don't deserve these things that are coming to you. And it's this guilt you've been harboring for such a long time. And again, it's been from childhood. And I feel like they're telling you, it's like, I feel like you may be on some sort of stage of exploring your shadow self, or kind of what they call as well the dark night of the soul. And through doing that, really delving in and exploring. What I didn't show you, actually, on the bottom of this deck, we have the Two of Swords. And again, this is about just reflecting on where you are at the moment and just really, really looking deep into yourself before taking action. That's the upper polarity, or positive aspect of this card. Okay, so yeah, they're telling me just accept what is in the dark. It could be like guilt, something, doesn't matter, but the fact is what you're doing, you're exploring it and you're bringing things to light. And what's happening is you have this Ace of Wands. It's like somebody is striking a match for you. They're giving you insight, they're giving you light, and it's giving you energy as well, and firepower. Remember, we had the Page of Wands initially on the bottom of the deck for the first question. So there's a lot of firepower, there's a lot of energy, inspiration, insight that's coming through. And this is from exploring all that stuff that's buried beneath the surface. But it's really, really important to explore that, because that will tell you why you may have been repeating certain cycles from way back. And it's like, again, as I said, with this Page of Swords and the Magician, you're like getting an aha moment, okay? And this is where we've got this Queen of Swords coming in. This is mental. And what she's doing, she's clearing these clouds with her swords. Can you see all these clouds here? This sword, to me, it's like the Page of Swords in a way, but it's slightly different in terms of she's clearing the way with the sword. All these clouds are clearing. Everything's becoming really, really clear to you. And this is giving you confidence and the inspiration to move on. So that is what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to just take a step back, really open up your lens in terms of really be open in terms of the messages that you're getting from spirit, from your soul, everything about yourself. So it might be completing some shadow work. It is a long process, but it has a lot of rewards from it. But it's something that doesn't end really, really quickly most of the time. But that will give you really, really good insights and clarity. And what that will do is enable all this wonderful thing to come through. And as I said before, what we're talking about is finding yourself, is finding that leader within you, is finding that that person who can put them creative ideas into action, into reality. You're finally in charge of yourself. Okay, so I'm going to get a bit more information about this. Okay, any advice, please, Spirit, for people in Group 1 in regards to how they can facilitate or bring this in more easily? Have the Nine of Wands. This is amazing. We have the Magician again. This is highly unusual at Group 1. Very, very positive. And then we have Ace of Cups. This is wonderful. What I'm getting here is what it's saying here is you're still standing after all this exploration of the darkness, after all the negativity that you felt within yourself, maybe, from other people, within yourself. As I said, has come back from a long way. You are still standing. You've faced it all. And this is telling me that you've got the courage and the knowledge and the power to move on and complete this journey. Remember, it's more fire-powered as well. This is kind of leading. It's kind of like, it's like a new start. Remember, we had that powerful transformation here, that transformation, the Death card. transforming all this vulnerable energy into something much more powerful and much more wise and knowledgeable. And what that's doing, you light in a match, as I said before, you're bringing light in, but also clarity, self-empowerment, decision-making. You really put your ideas into action. There's clarity here, but also what's really, really important is that we finally have the Ace of Cups. Now, this is feeling totally emotionally fulfilled, happy. Your heart is overflowing with love, right? So I'm not saying that this is the end of your journey. I'm not saying that, but it's a major, major step that you are going to notice by the end of 2022. If not by the end of it, certainly within the next couple of months into 2023. Because it's such a long, it's really, really important. So it's nothing that's going to be solved really quickly, but it's a massive, massive breakthrough. And you're really, really going to notice it. Lovely energy there. So I'm going to get some oracles just to give a bit of information about this. A bit more information, I should say. Maybe there's a different angle that we're not seeing. So I'm just drawn to using this lovely Witch's Wisdom Tarot, which I've had for quite a while, but I don't think I've used it in any of my other readings. So Spirit, please can you give me a card for each question, just to explain what is in store for the rest of 2022 for people in Group 1. And what advice do you have for them, please? Okay. Cloak concealment, that's interesting. And then we have, wow, tarot cards guidance. Okay. What I get here is that you have been hiding your light from the world for whatever reason, through lack of confidence, anything really, and it's concealed. And what is concealed is a lot of power here. You have a lot of power, and it's been hidden from the world. So I get a sense that you're going to surprise yourself and a lot of people when you unleash that. I get a feeling that this power under this cloak, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, it's got all these stars around it. So it's like, because it's been forced under this cloak, all this power is building up pressure, building up momentum. So when it bursts out, you're really going to be that leader. Wonderful. Very, very powerful. And then tarot cards guidance. Yeah, it might mean, you know, doing the tarot, reading the tarot, but I think more generally it's talking about just asking Spirit for guidance. I'm really drawn to the word guidance, in whatever form you like to do it. It could be through meditating, it could be through walks in nature if you're connected to nature, it could be through connecting with the animals, anything like that really. But it's really, really connecting to that, really, really taking that time to reflect on everything. And that is when, if you take that time out, you explore the shadow side, you'll get that guidance. That guidance will come in for you from Spirit, and you will feel much more clear-headed about what you're doing. Beautiful. So what else can we use? I'm feeling drawn now. Another one I haven't used before is this Spirit Animal Guide deck. So for this final oracle card, please, Spirit, just some more information about what is going to happen for people in Group 2 for the rest of, Group 1 for the rest of 2022, and any advice on it, please. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. That's interesting. I'm going to get a clarify for that because I'm not entirely sure. It feels like it's answering this question, but what I do feel like it's saying is that you're really, really trying to explore the power that you have and really trying to strengthen it before you bring it out. But I'm not sure. I'm going to get a clarify for that. And then the advice is Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Wonderful. I mean, if you notice on this Queen of Swords card, we have like a bird flying up there. So this is about to do with clarity, about focus, which the eagle does. The eagle, when he flies, he has a very panoramic view of what's going on. He has a much bigger view than what you would on the ground. This is about taking that much broader view, a lot of clarity. But what they're saying is you have spirit behind you. When you're doing this, spirit is helping you with this. They're giving you that guidance. So what they're saying to me is allow spirit to come in. Okay. So let's get a little tarot card. I'd like to know a bit more about this brown bear spirit, please. Well, we have the Hanged Man. So what I feel that's happening is, I'm getting a feeling that some of you, or maybe a lot of you, you've been feeling that you've been kind of stuck for a long time, and you're feeling that you have to do a lot of action to achieve something. But what I'm getting here is, even though you're stuck in this kind of stasis, by you taking time out, which you might have done so far, you're actually getting a much deeper insight. He's hanging upside down, this Hanged Man. He's looking at things from a different perspective. Because he's upside down, he's seeing the world from a different perspective. And he's able to get much more clarity about this. This is what's happening. Because you're doing that, because you're seeing things from a different perspective, as what you would need to do if you take time out. So maybe what they're saying is, not get too involved in like the nitty-gritty day-to-day things, like the negative kind of energies. Focus really on what you love. Take that time out really to focus on what you love, what you believe is right for you, and what really resonates with you. That's what they're saying to me. And by taking that time out, you're going to get a much clearer insight. And you'll find what will happen is you'll get insights that will really surprise you. Okay. Interesting. Lovely. Okay, well, thank you very much, Group 1. That was a really, really interesting reading to start off. Very, very positive. A lot of transformations coming for you by the end of the year. If you like this reading, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please share. Please subscribe. Remember, it is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you. But thank you very much for tuning in, and goodbye. Hello people in Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the lovely orange selenite candle holder, and as you can see, I've already lit a candle in it because I'm going to use it with this other candle. Okay, and this reading will be on what is going to happen for you, or what is in store for you for the rest of 2022. I'm leaving it quite broad, so this could bring up quite a lot of things. It could bring up anything to do with relationships, finance, career, anything like that. Basically, anything could be on the table in this reading. I will also ask Spirit as well what advice that they have for you regarding this to make it flow much more easier into your life as well. Make the transition or make these changes or whatever is happening much more easier. Because it could also be to do with endings and beginnings as well. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off asking Spirit, please can you tell me, for Group 2, what is in store for them for the rest of 2022, please? What is in store for Group 2 for the rest of 2022, please? Okay, so to begin, we have the Six of Wands, followed by the Three of Swords, followed by the Empress. Now, the Empress came up in a previous reading, actually Group 1 as well, which is really, really interesting. I'm seeing kind of a progression here. I'm getting the sense of something that's been causing you quite a lot of heartache. Could be some sort of way of thinking mentally, or something you've experienced has caused all these thoughts to like enter your heart, as you see with the Three of Swords. And I believe it's centered around something creatively in terms of how you express yourself. This is what I'm really getting from this. Because what's interesting is that after the Three of Swords, we have the Empress card. Again, we have the number 3, it's a 3. And the Empress is a very, very much different energy. She's a major arcana, but she's to do with Venus, she's to do with beauty. It's about birthing new creations, new creative ideas onto Earth. And it's Earth as well, so it's something that's really, really tangible. Something that you can, put your finger on, something you can feel, something you can touch on the earthly plane. It's not just an idea. And what's happening for me, I believe that you are gaining, or you're on the way to gaining some sort of confidence about yourself, some sort of rise in your self-esteem, which is what I'm seeing with the Six of Wands. And what I'm seeing here is that people are starting to notice your worth, and you as well are starting to realize your worth, what you can actually bring to the world as well. So if we're talking about a job, I believe that you're stepping into some new role where you are getting much more noticed for what you can do and the worth that you can bring to a company. It's like you're coming through as someone who can be looked up to, someone who is respected as well. And it's like you have a lot of followers here, a lot of people who admire you. They're really starting to notice you. You're really starting to come out into the open. That's interesting. So I'm going to get some more information about this, please, for group 2. Spirit, can I have more information, please, about what is in store for people in group 2, please? By the end, or for the rest of 2022. I'm really getting a sense of something that you achieve, something you complete, something you achieve, and it's really, really getting noticed. Really getting noticed for your worth, group 2. We have 9 of Cups. So yes, something that's, it's like this is a wish fulfillment card as well. So you'll get a notice, and this is making you feel like your wishes are starting to come true. But I'm getting the sense as well that you're starting to get into the mode, when I'm thinking of law of attraction, when people start, if you want something in life, you have to believe that you've already got it and that you've already achieved it, because by doing that, you are attracting all that positive energy, and then it's just a matter of it materializing as well. And this is what's happening with you. There's like a process going on. And to clarify the Three of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles. So yes, I think this view, this idea, something creatively, you've been feeling creatively blocked and maybe tired and happy, and it's causing you to feel quite stilted, quite stunted, quite really blocked and really, really heavy. It's a really, really heavy energy on Earth. It's like you've been at a point where you're feeling, oh, I can't go on. I'm not able to, I've got all these ideas, but I can't achieve it for some reason. That's what I'm feeling here. And it's materialized in sort of a Three of Swords kind of energy. But this is actually changing for you for the rest of this year. And then to clarify the Empress, we have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely. This is a new idea that you've got to bring forward into the world. This is beautiful, group 2. I get a sense that you're really opening up to, sorry, I just shut the camera. You're really, really opening up to all the possibilities that are open to you. It's like you've taken the blinkers off, and now, instead of feeling the weight of all the world on your shoulders, you're now feeling that, yes, I've got an idea, I've got a way forward. You're actually working out how to do it. And I'm just getting a sense of expansion with this as well, especially since, the Empress card, some people say that she's actually pregnant underneath that nightie or dress, whatever she's wearing. But this is metaphorical as well. It's kind of pregnant with ideas, with sparks of, spark of inspiration, with energy, things that you want to do, and you're really, really starting to focus. So whether this is materializes or not, whether it be a product or a business, I'm getting a sense that your energy is changing. You're really starting to see a way forward into how you can actually achieve it as well. And I feel like a weight is starting to be lifted off your shoulders. That is what you are going to feel energetically. It's being lifted off your shoulders so much that you're able to find it much more easier to display to others outside this kind of victorious energy. And the more you work on this, I'm getting a feeling that the more you're working on this, it is starting to come true. You're not having to like make yourself believe it. It's actually starting to become your reality, and this is what is showing in these cards. And yes, attached to that is that real sense of wish fulfillment and satisfaction. So you're really going to notice a lovely it's kind of a relaxed energy, but in a way I feel like you really start to look forward now into the next year, into 2023. And you're bringing all this wonderful positive energy, and you're really starting to put it into something tangible and earthly as well. But I'm getting, there's a spark of an idea coming. I'm really getting a strong sense of that. So Spirit, do you have any advice for people in group 2 regarding what is going to happen for them for the rest of 2022, please? And I believe this idea is something really, really precious. It's like you're starting to realize the value of this idea that you've got and how you can make it work for next year. So advice, please. We have King of Cups, followed by the Moon. That's interesting. The Moon's in reverse. And then we have the Sun card. Okay. This to me is complete illumination. It's interesting that the Moon is come up in reverse. So we started off with the King of Cups, which is about emotional balance. So I feel like you've been on a process of trying to get yourself balanced emotionally, because you've been trying to align yourself with the law of attraction, the law of creating. And obviously by creating, you also need to allow whatever it is you want into the, onto the earth plane as well. And previously, this had been quite mysterious. The Moon is often to do with things that are in the shadows, things that you're not sure of, things that we fear, things that are under the surface, things that we can't see so easily. But it's interesting that what they're telling me is that if you really work on balancing your emotions, making them it's like convincing yourself that you will get there, feeling much more balanced, feeling much more control of yourself in terms of your thoughts, your emotions. What's happened is this Moon is flipped over. So now we have complete illumination. Things are being brought out from the surface, things that you need to know. Okay, these things have been buried for a long time. You need to know them. And what's going to happen is it's been flipped over because of this emotional balance. And as a result, you get even more illumination with the Sun card, which is a beautiful energy. This is like your spirit is being reignited. All the things that you wanted to do as a child, all the things that you felt you maybe didn't have the resources to do, didn't have the confidence to do, they're suddenly, or gradually, probably possibly through this, they're starting to come to light. And you feel, I get in a sense that you're feeling much more lighter because of this. Your energy will feel lighter. There could be some sort of surge in your physical health as well, which I'm looking at this card. Because you're feeling much less kind of heavy, and energetic heaviness and emotional heaviness, that can lead to physical symptoms as well, where you're feeling tired, you're feeling lethargic. But because you're really, really working, what Spirit wants you to do is really, really work on balancing yourself emotionally. What that is going to do is going to flip things around. So you haven't got as much fear about the unknown. Okay, as you see with the moon, you haven't got so much fear of the unknown, you're willing to face it. And what's happening is, because of that, because you flip this moon card over, you're feeling much more lighter, almost like a newborn, like a toddler really, like a child again. And things are being illuminated. All them truths that you've been seeking are being illuminated. You feel much more connected with the world around you. Remember, we have this Empress card, which is about connecting on the earth plane, and also the Sun card, again, which is totally throwing light and everything, and it's really, really positive. Lovely, lovely card. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit more information. So Spirit, please can you give me a bit more information about what is going to happen for people in group 2 for the rest of 2022? It's interesting because we had the Empress card and the Six of Cups in group 1, but in this reading we've got the Empress card and we've got the Sun card as well. So for one of two of you, this could indicate maybe the conception or the birth of a child, something like that. So that might be true for one or two of you as well. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, followed by the Hanged Man. Okay, followed by the Five of Wands. Wow. What I'm seeing here with this Seven of Wands, I get a sense of somebody really fighting. It's like fighting all these fears. And I get a sense for some of you that these might be imaginary fears, because what's happened up to now, you maybe haven't been exploring enough the kind of not the dark side, but things that are beneath the surface, emotions, fears, thoughts, things that you didn't want to explore, things that you wanted to put under the carpet. And because of that, because you haven't really known what these fears are. They felt imaginary. You haven't known how bad or how little or how easy they are to combat. So you constantly be feeling this. You've been struggling and struggling. And this is sort of the counterpart of the King of Cups, where you're feeling really, really emotionally balanced. So what they're telling me is to actually stop all this struggling. Let yourself give yourself that time out. Let yourself just balance emotionally. I know it's easier said than done, but there's various ways of doing this. This could be through meditation, doing things that you enjoy, doing things that you love to do, any sort of hobby, anything where you're outdoors as well. Again, a strong sense of connection with nature as well. Also, connection with people might be a good thing for some of you as well. And this Five of Wands, this is like, I see a lot of confused, cluttered energies. So for some of you might felt, I won't say the word reclusive, but you might felt a bit isolated from the rest of society. But what I feel is happening is, if you kind of follow this advice, what will naturally happen is that you will start to feel much more confident. You feel much more able to face the world, not just face the world, but in a really, really victorious way, and it will pay off. So they're asking you, yeah, there is a lot of courage involved in this, but the payout is that you will get the reward, illumination, happiness, abundance, all them kinds of things that are associated with the sun. And it's like your true personality, your true essence will be illuminated to the world by doing this, because you've actually explored all these fears. And as I said, flipping things over, what's interesting as well is that we've got the Hanged Man. So the moon is flipped over. This man also, he's actually chosen in his card to be flipped upside down. And by doing that, he's actually gaining a different perspective. He's actually seeing things kind of in other dimensions as well, but he's actually seeing things as they really are. And I'm getting a sense that Spirit wants you to do that. But in order to do that, you need to flip over this moon energy, really explore the undercurrents of things. And what will happen is, as you can see, his head is being illuminated by all this light. This light will end up being much bigger, and it'll be like the sun, basically, lighting up your life and lighting up things around you. You will see the truth. You'll be able to see through all this blockage and everything else like that. And then you can truly go forward on your path victoriously. So I get a sense for a lot of you that will be kind of a surge in confidence, a surge in your ability to recognize your creative ability as well. So I think that's a big process for you as well. A lot of you are sort of, there's a big step that a lot of you are taking and actually kind of getting out there. It could be a small step to some people, but for other people it's a really, really big step. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that you are doing it, and that's really, really coming through strongly to me. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some oracle cards just to give a bit more information on this. So I'm going to use this Black Moon Astrology deck. So Spirit, please can you tell me what is in store for people in group 2, and what advice does Spirit have regarding this, please, for the rest of 2022? Okay. So we have South Node, Life's Debts. So what I'm getting from this instantly is that you've been carrying this kind of lack of confidence, wanting to kind of keep yourself hidden away from the world for a long time. And I think that it's kind of based around fear and feeling really heavy with the energies of the world, possibly. You're feeling that weight is pushing on your shoulders. And then this has been lifted. You've got this Empress energy where you're starting to see things really, really positively. You're starting to see the world through a different lens. You're starting to interact with it positively, creatively, actively as well. And then for advice from Spirit, we have 8th house, endings, beginnings. So a very, very psychic house. And yes, this is a new beginning for you. They want you to see this as a new beginning, because what's happening is you're finally it's like you're unveiling the other worlds, the other dimensions, or other ways of seeing things. You're ending the cycle of kind of trying to brush things under the carpet, as we see with the Moon card. They want you to end that cycle. They want really to focus on really, really work on your energy, your thoughts, anything like that, anything that's making you feel restricted, anything that's making you fearful. And this will be a massive ending for you. But after that, it'll be a beautiful beginning, a really, really light, clear, sun-filled beginning for you. Very, very positive and prosperous. It's a lovely childlike. I just get a feeling with this group 2 that you've had a lot of things that have been really weighing you down, and then by doing this work, what will happen is you'll start to feel more lighter, more youthful, lighter, happy as well. Wow. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use this deck now. So Spirit, I'd like 2 more cards, please, from this final oracle deck for people in group 2 about what is in store for them for the rest of 2022, and any advice for them, please. Yeah, and what's interesting as well, the South Node, this is definitely telling me something, because what they say in astrology is that it's fine to, you can use positive things during the South Node as well, but if you're too much in the negative part of it, they want you to go towards your North Node. So a lot of you, what I'm getting a sense of is that you're meant to be out there, interacting much more in a kind of a positive, creative, victorious way. And that would be, when you do that, you know that you're heading towards your North Node or your life's purpose as well. But definitely something has to end and something has to begin. That's what's really coming through here strongly. Anunnaki light codes. Energetic information, new information, end of a cycle. What did I say? Things are ending and new things are beginning. And I'm getting the cycle. These cycles have been repeating from a long time. And if we're talking about previous lives, this could have been from your very, very first incarnation. But you're starting to feel, it's like you are getting new information. You're getting new information about yourself, as we see, and how you can interact with the world. And again, as we see with this Page of Pentacles as well. Really, really interesting. Okay, and then any advice from Spirit, we have Sword of Light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Wow. The cords have been cut and you can basically go forward, metaphorically obviously, on this horse, high up, okay, interacting with the world in a victorious manner, feeling respected, feeling that you have a lot of value, a lot of worth, because that is what the truth is. You have the sword of light. I think of it as a sword of truth as well. You are protected by source, you're protected by spirit, okay? You have been doing this work, you've been looking in the dark, under the dark, in the dark side of things, looking underneath the surface. And by doing that work, spirit is protecting you. And then you feel a massive, massive breakthrough. Okay. Wow, so it's a wonderful reading. Thank you, Group 2, for tuning in. If you like the reading, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Also, please feel free to leave any comments below. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye. Hello everybody in Group 3 who selected this lovely fire ice crystal quartz, clear quartz. Okay, and this will be your reading about what is in store for you for the rest of 2022. Now this could be a number of things. I'm going to leave it quite open, so it could include things like finances, career, relationship, endings, beginnings, things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off now by asking Spirit. Spirit, please can you tell me for Group 3, hello Group 3 and welcome to your reading. You chose the Fire Ice Crystal Clear Quartz and this reading will be about what is in store for you for the rest of 2022. Now I'm going to leave this quite open, so it can come up with anything basically. So it could come up with things like finance, career, relationships, endings, beginnings, changes, things like that. Okay, so let's begin. Spirit, please can you tell me for Group 3 what is in store for them for the rest of 2022, please? What is in store for people in Group 3, please? We have the Knight of Wands, followed by the Six of Swords, followed by the Emperor. Extremely powerful way to start. And I'm getting a sense of movement and possibly traveling in this. I feel like you're moving forward and you're moving to another stage, Group 3, and you kind of got this Emperor energy about you. And I believe it's some sort of spirit guide who is guiding you through this transition. It's kind of like you've got some kind of confidence and stability, as we're seeing with this number 4 to denote the Emperor. So it's about stability, it's about structure. But I feel like you're moving towards something that's much more structured, that is much more stable for you. And I believe it's going to require a lot of energy to do this, a lot of physical energy. And for some of you, you could be energetically, but for some of you, I feel like you're moving forward. So it could be a change of destination. It could be moving to a new job. It could be moving into a new house, into a new area. But I'm really getting a sense of solidity and strength as a result of this. But it is going to take up a bit of resources. But I'm getting from this reading that you have the physical vitality and the energetic vitality to actually see this through, and that is what's coming through strongly for me, Group 3. So I'm going to get a bit more information about this. So Spirit, more information please for people in Group 3. What is in store for them for the rest of 2022, please? More information please. That just fell out. So, wow, we have the Fool card. So, yes, definitely new beginnings are in store for you, Group 3. And then we have this card. And And then we have that card. Yeah, definitely I feel a new start is coming in. So underneath the Six of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, she's all about self-management, independence. She's managing her finances. She's managing herself, and she's able to like prosper where she is. Really, really stable energy here. Lovely. And then underneath the Emperor, we have the Three of Pentacles. So what I'm getting the sense of is that you are starting the new stage of something. It's really a time where it's interesting. You've got the number 4 mixed with the number 3. So you've got stability and creativity as well. And it's like you are negotiating with others, or so if this is to do with a job, you've got some sort of project where you're finally, I feel like you are taking the lead here, but also you are having to kind of diplomatically negotiate with others as well. So maybe others in your team as well. It also could be other people in your family, things like that. About, it's like you're making a decision, but you're having to make the decision about where you live and what you do next. And I get a feeling that you have responsibility for other people as well. Other people are involved with this. So it could be people that work for you. It could be your friends. It could be your family as well. But whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. What I'm getting a sense of here is that Spirit is helping you with this masculine kind of driving forward energy, putting things out there. It's like, it's different to the Empress energy. The Empress energy is about sort of creating. This is about really putting it through, really getting a sense of structure. It's really about putting your mark out there. It's about getting things done. It's very, very action orientated, group 3. And it's also mixed with this lovely female energy, but also, or the Queen of Pentacles, but also she is also about management, self-management. And it's like she can manage a business, she's managing the family, she's managing the household, things like that. That's what's really coming through strongly. But there is a bit of negotiation, a bit of diplomacy involved in this as well, group 3. And yeah, I'm getting a bright new start here, a wonderful new start. It's going to take a lot of vitality, but it's a wonderful new start coming in. And it's a new start where you feel much more whole, you feel much more complete, and you feel much more stable. All right. Wow, that's interesting. It's a powerful start. So what I want to know now, please, Spirit, is do you have any advice for people in group 3 about this change, this transition, whether it be a new job, moving to a new house, anything like that, a new venture, anything like that, please? How they can bring in this stability? We have the Ace of Swords, followed by, again, the Three of Pentacles. So yes, a strong need. Yes, you need this kind of, this Aries leadership kind of energy, but you also need to balance it with a bit of tact, a bit of diplomacy with others, a bit of negotiation as well. And also, this will help you gain much more clarity as well. They're saying it's okay to be this leader, so have this masculine driving forward energy, but balance it with the needs and the thoughts and the opinions of others as well. That's really, really important. And that's going to make things much more clearer for you. And then we have the King of Wands. There's a lot of masculine fire energy here. Really, really powerful. So yeah, I'm getting a sense of you really, really balancing that masculine fire driving part with the negotiating part of things. But also, it's like what they're telling me, you need to be the leader as well. You need to stand your ground. You need to take up your space, but also just be diplomatic about it as well. And you will get what you want. You'll get this new change. Again, new home, new business, whatever, but it will feel like something new, something really, really refreshing, and really, really financially prosperous, and really, really stable as well. Okay, beautiful. So anything else, please, would you like to say about this, Spirit? Any advice or guidance you have for people in group 3, please? It's interesting that your crystal was the the fire ice crystal as well. Sorry, the fire ice clear quartz. Really, really coming through. A lot of fire energy here. It's interesting, like the top and tail in the reading, you've got Knight of Wands at the beginning. So what they're telling me is that you're getting loads of physical vitality, strength, vigor, inspiration. You're really driving forward towards something. It's like you've got the inspiration and you're really driving forward. And also you've got this King of Wands. So yeah, he is driving forward, but I get a sense that they want you to be, this is more controlled and more of a mature fire energy about it. So they want you to mix that as well. They want you to be quite controlled about it as well. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. We have the King of Wands as well. Remember I talked about that control? That's really important. It's like you're harnessing the energy into one focus rather than it being sporadically going everywhere. It's in one focus, and that's bringing you total mental clarity and the answers to your question or whatever it is you need to know about this move or this change. They will come to you really, really clearly if you exercise this. And then we have Page of Cups. So yeah, when I said about diplomacy, this is balancing it with a bit of softness as well. I wouldn't say carefree, but being a bit flexible, I would say. This Page of Cups is about flexibility, it's about imagination, and it's having a bit of fun with it as well. That's what I'm getting with it as well. Actually enjoying the process. It's okay to attain our goals, but what they're saying is have a bit of fun in the way. Enjoy the building it, enjoy that negotiation, that collaboration with others as well. That's really, really important. And underneath the King of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups. So yeah, what they're telling me is always, whatever you're doing, whatever this shift is, whatever this leadership, this move is, always align it with what your heart wants to bring down from the non-physical. So all these cups resemble to me all the things that you want to do, all your dreams, all your ambitions. But there's a way of doing it. You can be forceful, but not too forceful. You still need to be controlled about it. That's really, really important. That's interesting advice there. So what I'm going to do, I feel like I'm going to use this deck, the Black Moon Astrology, just to get some astrological information about this for people in Group 3 and the rest of 2022 for them. So what is it? First house, the body. This to me, this is like your identity. It's to do with physical, mental, and spiritual health as well. What they're telling me is really try and focus on being healthy. And that will give you the kind of drive to do this. You need physical vitality to do this and mental vitality as well. And what they're telling me as well, the first house is to do with how we're presented to the world, our identity, how people see us as well. And it's really important. What they're telling me is important. It's the perception that you give to others of yourself, but you need to be noticed. You need to be the strong person in this. That's what it's saying to me. Okay. And then any advice, we have fourth house roots. Yes, remember I talked about stability before. I'm getting a sense that you just need to build on what you've got already and keep building and building. I feel it's like metaphorically that you're building a house. You can't build a house without strong foundations, strong roots. And that's what I'm seeing here. That's what Spirit is saying. And in order to build that house, it needs to be planned and it needs to be controlled as well. And this is telling me the way you need to approach this. But you need to have a bit of downtime. The builders need to have breaks as well. Everything can't be work. Otherwise, the result is going to be poor quality. So yeah, the people working on this house or this development, we're talking metaphorically, they need to have breaks, they need to have downtime So when they're working in it again, they feel more full of energy and they can think clearly. And this is what they're telling you to do energetically. That's interesting. I feel like this deck is calling to me the Witch's Wisdom. So Spirit, anything else you want to say, please, about what is coming in for people in group 3 and any advice you have for them regarding it, please. Okay. Water cleansing. That's interesting. They're giving a bit of a different energy there, but I'm focusing on the cleansing part. Maybe there's some baggage, so something you've carried through. I just feel I get a sense that things need to be cleared. This is why we have a lot of energy. We have this Knight of Wands. If it isn't something physical, it could be something energetic, something in your aura, that you need to clear. There's a lot, as I said before, at the beginning of the card, beginning of the reading, there was a lot of movement. I was sensing a lot of movement, especially with this Knight of Wands, followed by this Six of Swords as well. You need that movement, that cleansing, in order to create that stability, in order to create that clarity as well. Things need to be cleansed. And also, if we look at the Fool card, he's right at the beginning of everything. He's totally untainted in his journey. It's like he's just been born from an egg. So they're trying to get you to that sort of energy, but cleansing needs to be done. And this might as well be to do with your physical health, clearing toxins from the body, exercising, healthy eating, all that kind of thing. Could be also mental work, energetic work as well. But it's interesting, they're bringing the energy of water in. So that's really, really important. Think about it as cleansing as well. Wow. And then any advice from Spirit about this, we have in bulk awakening. Wow. They're kind of giving me a result that what you need to do is think of this process as cleanse, awaken, because you're getting this lovely Ace of Swords. By doing the proper work, what they're saying is that you will get an awakening. Things will start to open up, things will start to flourish for you, you'll become more stable, more prosperous, and you get a lot more knowledge. And what I said as well, yes, it's fine to be the Emperor, it's fine to be, the King of Wands, go forward, like the Knight of Wands, really have that passion, have that energy, have that leadership energy, have that leadership quality. But also, you need to mix it with being lighthearted at times, and also really negotiating with others, seeing what are their opinions on things. Their opinions matter as well. Gaining their opinions, gaining their insights. And what will happen is you will get a kind of awakening. You will start to see things from loads of different perspectives, and that will really, really help you in this process as well. Lovely. That's an interesting reading. Thank you, people in group 3, for tuning in. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please like, please share, please subscribe, all the usual things. Please comment as well. I welcome any comments in the feedback. But thank you very much, and goodbye. Hello group 4, and welcome to your reading. You chose the aqua blue and green incense holder for your reading, and it will be about what is in store for you for the rest of 2022. Now this is quite a broad reading, so it could throw up anything on the table, anything to do with careers, finances, other people, energies, relationships, endings, beginnings, anything really will go. Okay, so I'm going to be beginning by asking Spirit, what is in store, please, for people in group 4 for the rest of 2022? What is in store for group 4 for the rest of 2022, please? So we have the Devil card, followed by the Nine of Cups, followed by the Knight of Cups. Okay. What I'm getting from this group 4 is that you are undergoing possibly a process that is very similar, if not the Dark Night of the Soul. I believe that you were doing a lot of shadow work, and it's bringing up a lot of fears and doubts, insecurities, things that you didn't really want to face, but at the moment sort of coming to a head, and you're starting to feel a bit of relief from this, which is what we're seeing with this Nine of Cups. It's like a feeling of kind of wish fulfillment as well. And what I see here is Spirit is kind of bringing in this cup of hope for you. It's also a cup of relief, but I'm getting the sense that you have the sense here that you finally feel connected to Spirit, connected to the universe, and that Spirit is working with you and Spirit is supporting you as well. And that's what is symbolized by this Knight of Cups. It might be quite angelic energy that is coming through for you as well. It's really, really powerful. And I feel like it's kind of you being lifted out of this darkness, but it's a stage that you've had to go through, and it's felt quite difficult as well. I also feel for some of you, it could be to do with a relationship that was quite controlling, maybe quite demeaning, controlling, where you felt quite kind of bound, if you know what I mean, kind of restricted. And I'm feeling that this possibly might have ended or could be ending, and there could be a person or somebody who is bringing you something. So it could be a friend that is bringing you some kind of enlightenment or like a shoulder to cry on. It could be another person, and whether this be romantically as well. But it's definitely something is coming in for you. Some kind of gift is coming in from you. It could be somebody, a friend or somebody who says something to you, and it just immediately makes you feel really, really connected. And it's like Spirit has been talking through them to you, that you're getting a sense of that. And I'm getting a sense also that you've possibly left something very dark, whether this be within yourself or with somebody else, and you are feeling you're quite proud of yourself and that you've achieved this. And I feel that is coming through for you as well. I'm going to get a bit more information on this. So Spirit, please can you give me some information about what is in store for the rest of 2022 for people in group 4, please. Okay, so to start, we have, wow, the Tower, followed by the Lovers. Wow. Remember what I said about angelic energy as well? And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is clarified by the Six of Wands. Wow, this is a major, major transformation. I'm getting a feeling that you're going from something quite negative, quite destructive, quite tumultuous in your life towards something much more gentle. You're feeling much more independent, much more in control. It's like remember when I said you're rising up, and we have this person, they're on top of this horse, and they've got the higher ground, they've got the upper ground. They're not in a really conceited or bad way. It's just like they're really feeling confident. They're starting to feel that it's a real surge of confidence and energy in the world. And that's what I feel is coming through for you. And that is because Spirit has brought something through to you. This cup, remember what I said, enlightenment, warmth, love, in a really, really high vibrational, angelic way as well. Now, for some of you, I'm getting this, it's like a split between this group. I'm feeling that some of you is within yourself. So it's a feeling of real independence. And some of you, it could be a new love or a new person in your life that carries with them that frequency of love that you feel completely aligned to. Something that you've been looking for a long time, but in the past you haven't felt that. Relationships might have been quite destructive for you as well in the past. I'm not saying all of them, but you have had a few relationships that have been destructive and have left you feeling quite shaken really. So what's coming through for you is somebody, you might feel that there's some sort of soul connection, some sort of soulmate as well. They're coming through for you and you're feeling a lot of fulfillment from this. All right, so there's two of you. The one of you is feeling, so some of you it's feeling self-worth, and for some of you it's another person that's bringing that love to you, something that you deserve. Okay, wow, this is interesting. So what I'm going to ask now, Spirit, do you have any advice for people in group 4 about this, please? To be honest, regardless of whether it is another person or it is within yourself, regardless, either way, you are going to get a high dose of self-esteem, and this is really going to elevate you, and you're going to feel released basically and free to walk on your own path, your own journey as well. And this is the main thing. Remember, it's a feeling attached to it. It's not necessarily the things that happen around you. It's that feeling of satisfaction, independence, freedom that you're getting from this. And again, whether it's another person or within yourself, you are really, really feeling connected to the angelic realms. So if it isn't another, if it isn't a relationship, if it's within yourself, dark things, facing the shadow within yourself, yes, it has been quite destructive, but I get a sense that you probably needed that in terms of this tower. Like I always say in a lot of readings, I see the crown blown off the top of this tower by this lightning. So it's like your aura, it's like your crown chakra is being opened. You're accepting love and everything from spirit. This tower is to do with everything. It's like the old ways, everything that you've known up to now that has been negative. It's been blasted and it's been renewed by something much more powerful, something much more high frequency, something much better for you. This is what I'm feeling. So you've gained this, I feel, through a lot of shadow work as well. So any advice, please, or guidance for people in group 4, please, about what is going to happen for them for the rest of 2022. We have 8 of Cups, followed by, this is weird, the Lovers card again. They're really, really emphasizing this to you, people in group 4, followed by the Queen of Wands. This is wonderful. It's really, really strongly emphasizing to me self-esteem. And in order to do that, what we're wanting to do is embark on a new journey, which is a spiritual journey. And this is about tuning into your higher self. This is what I'm getting through here, is your higher self. Because your higher self is the person that is communicating with that angelic frequency. And it's a frequency of healing and it's a frequency of love. It's just really, really powerful, group 4. In the card, you have the male and the female energies. The female energies is to do with the subconscious or the unconscious, and that is where the angels communicate to you through. Okay, wow, this is powerful. And yeah, the Queen of Wands, she is totally, well, again, whether you're male or female, this is about really believing in yourself and having that, knowing that you have the confidence and you have the charisma to embark on this spiritual journey, and that it is for your highest good, and it will feel right. It will feel right. You'll get that 9 of Cups wish fulfillment energy with it as well. Wow. Okay. But in order to receive that gift, you need to really treat it like a journey. You're treating it like a journey, but it's a spiritual journey of enlightenment and finding a higher and higher frequency of love as you go through. Really powerful. I'm getting here that you're getting a lot of support from the angels, the angelic frequency from spirit, really high above. But you need to use that support, to be in tune with it as well. So I'm going to get some more information about this. So more information, please, for people in group 4. About what's going to happen for them for the rest of 2022, please. we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom. So I'm seeing that something's held you back, but it's like you've got a springboard that's making you feel much lighter, much freer, and you can go towards your goals with much more clarity, much more focus. This is laser focus, group 4. Lovely. So to clarify the Eight of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Remember what I said about a journey. A journey, this isn't a quick journey. This to me is like a soul journey. And a soul journey takes time. It goes through all your incarnations. It's not going to happen straight away. But the important thing is that you need to start it. You need to embark on it. It takes time, but it's very, very valuable. But if you look, these fields in the Knight of Pentacles, they're being ploughed and they're waiting for the seeds to grow. And the black, this black horse, this is a lot of, really, really strong foundations being built. This is how you build your foundations. You build your self-esteem and your confidence. And underneath the Lover's card, this card did flip out at me, so definitely wanted to come out. We have the Page of Wands, and yes, this is your key. This communication or this alignment with the angelic frequency, this will really, really help you to, this will give you a feeling of youth, of vigor, and vitality as well, to embark on your spiritual journey as well. And to clarify the Queen of Wands, we have another queen, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, what it's telling me is that through having this, she doesn't care what other people think of her. She just goes out there in the world and she just tries to display her best self, the best version of herself as much as she can. And she's confident and she's charismatic with it. And because of that, what will happen is you will start to feel a lot more independent. You'll have more self-worth and more self-confidence, and you'll be able to manage yourself. This can be to do with managing your emotions, managing your finances, being more comfortable in your own skin. This is what I'm feeling here. They really want you to feel more comfortable in your own skin. So I'm getting a real sense here, group 4, towards the end of 2022. Again, this is a long process, so it will carry on past that. But I believe the ball or the key is being turned before the end of 2022. There's a major transitional shift happening for you. And they want you to carry this on into bigger and better things, but you need to be aligned to spirit. Okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some oracle cards just to get a bit more information about this. So I'm going to use this. I think it's called Divination of the Ancients oracle deck. So Spirit, some more information please about what is in store for people in group 4. And any advice, please, for them about this. For group 4 for the rest of 2022. Fire, spontaneity. That's weird because if you look at this card, the colour, you've got the colour black with the fire, which is almost very, very similar to the colours in the Devil card. So what they're telling me is out of that darkness, out of that difficulty, out of that shadow, what you've gained is that fire, that strength, that courage. You've had so much experience, so much life experience that you've gained. It's like you've gained wisdom and you've gained like a vigor, a fire to move on. And then we have dreams, incubation. What I think here is that I would definitely, group 4, I would pay attention to what comes to you through your dreams, because it seems to me that this will be part of your spiritual journey. So you'll probably get a lot of messages or communication through your dreams from spirit, from the angelic realm. So really pay attention to that. So as I say, if it resonates with you, maybe you keep a dream journal and write down the dreams that you remember as well. What I do personally, sometimes if I remember a dream and it's really, really vivid and I remember lots of it, I often do a tarot reading on that, and that will give me a lot of information about that dream as well. That's important for you. I'm going to get some... I'm going to use this deck now. So Okay, Spirit, some more information, please, for people in Group 4, for what is in store for them for the rest of 2022, and any advice for them about this, please. Higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. That's a wonderful message. Higher heart. So yeah, it's higher heart. You're connecting with the angels. They're coming through. I said for your crown chakra, but also your heart chakra is equally important as well. That's what's going to happen. You're going to feel that lovely sense of relief, that sense. We have cups here as well, and also the Knight of Cups. Again, whether that be a new love or within yourself, which I suspect for many of you, it's actually the energies within yourself that are really, really important here. But yeah, it's about learning to trust as well. You might need to trust a new love that's coming in. But trust, for me, it's like trusting the love, to accept the love of Spirit as well. Trusting Spirit, know that they're with you every step of the way, and that they are supporting you, and that's what this is about, and this will help you towards your healing, and this is what is going to happen for you in the very, very near future. At least the ball will start to roll before the end of 2022, and that's because you've gone into the darkness, you've been there, okay? You come out of it in a much more victorious, happy way as well. And then any advice, please? Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Wow. So yeah, you could be getting messages for your dreams. So really, really pay attention to that. Any visions that some of you might see as well. It might not be visions, it might be feelings, anything like that. But anything that really, really work. What I would do is also as well, really, really try and tune in, really work on that third chakra as well. Really try and open up I would say, work on opening up the heart chakra, but also the upper chakras, like your throat, your third eye, your crown, because this will allow all that lovely angelic frequency from Spirit to come through and help you on that spiritual journey, and make the messages that come through to you more clear. Wow, what a lovely reading. Thank you very much, Group 4, for tuning in. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like the video, please share, please subscribe as well. And again, leave any comments. I welcome all comments as well. And thank you very much, and goodbye.